You know, the last 5 years have really been difficult for the American real estate broker. All over the country, despite the markets, it's been a time of struggling for production and profitability. But the evidence suggests that we're beginning to come out of that. And one of the things that will begin to happen is that outside investors will once again be expressing an interest in investing in American real estate brokerages. So it's something that the brokerage community should start today to get ready for, because it could happen faster than you think. So what sorts of obvious things are investors going to want to know before they buy or sell or engage in mergers and acquisitions of real estate brokerages? Well, they're going to want to know about the business model, the management structure, the financial picture, and the markets addressed by this particular brokerage. Well, the particulars may differ depending on the type of investors, the amount of funding, and the nature of the business objectives reflected in the business plan. There are several main things that investors should be looking for. So let's take a second and get those on a list so that the folks can begin to get ready for this. First of all, investors are going to want to know about your vision for the future of your company and its operation in light of new market factors. They know that your leadership is guided by your vision. What impacts do you believe the past several years have had? How will your new business model address those differences, and how will you differentiate your firm with respect to others that will be competing for the same financial resources? Investors will want to learn about your background in the industry and the business experience that you've had, as well as that of your management team. What new players do you have on your team, with special concern about those who are going to bring innovation and creativity in? Investors will want to study the characteristics of the traditional real estate brokerage and will want to know how brokerage will be meeting the challenges of productivity, profitability, and perhaps most importantly, agent control. Not only do you need to know how your services are unique enough for differentiation in the new marketplace, you're going to need to prove that there is a demonstrated need for your unique approach to the real estate marketplace and a large enough market potential to make the investment worthwhile. Which is another way of saying, if you're going to an investor to say, well, I'm going to do it the way I've always done it or the way the industry's always done it, the investors are going to move away from that. No matter how unique your product or service may be, you must show that you know your market demographics from a contemporary scale and will reach the target market in an ongoing manner. Who are your customers today, not who were they 5 years ago? Investors are going to want to know that you have acknowledged and researched your competition thoroughly. Competitive analysis was not a functional part of this industry for the past 25 years. They were our friends, they were in the same association, and interestingly enough, pretty much we all did the same thing. But this is an era of extreme competition. There will be people in every market, brokers in every market, who are going to do things substantially different. You're going to need to know what they may do and how that's going to impact your model. But investors are going to want to know what you're doing for accounting for innovation and creativity. Again, the last thing you want to indicate is we're going to do what we've always done, even though that didn't work. So what role has creativity and innovation played in your firm over the past 3 years? How are you doing things differently? Investors are going to expect to see an adult return on their investment. Again, traditionally in the real estate industry, oftentimes we forgot to throw in the fact that we were paying for the kids' apartment in school, or the car, or this or that, or other things which didn't relate directly to the business of real estate. Moving forward, we're going to have to clean up those books and make sure that we're in a position to say this is the kind of return on investment that we can generate. This is what an investor can expect to recoup on their initial investment. In the final analysis, investors who are interested in investing in the new American real estate industry are going to be applying the same tests that they are using to judge the appropriate of every other business they invest in. Now is the time for brokers to prepare their companies to engage in this process. We know what went wrong, we know what's going right, and we know what this new market is going to look like. Add equal amounts of experience, differentiation, creativity, and innovation, and you are on our way. We can do this.